So, next speaker before the beer break is Amelia Robinson. All right? Read this. I think my dog's done. We boogie together at the DPA Gala. It was awesome. That Prince tune was worth the price of admission. It's a naughty tune that was played at the DPA Gala. Yeah. Talk about it later. Ask her all about it. Ask her about it. She is a writer with the Dayton Daily News. Her husband and cat bought a house in the Oregon District. How the cat did that. It's pretty amazing. The cat's got credit. The cat's got credit. And no one told them that they need so many yards of supplies or that vinegar was useful. Tell me about it. More than a year later, the house, constructed in 1884, still stands despite their efforts. For 2020 is called Home.
So here's my husband Anthony and I on the day that we signed all the forms that mean that one day, if we're really lucky and we pray hard, we might own our house that we bought in the Oregon District. The realtor gave us some cookies, but I'm kind of going a little fast. I need to back it up a little bit. I didn't grow up in a house that my family owned. I didn't have a house. We lived in an apartment that you see right here, which is awesome. You see the fireplace that my cousin lost his ham sandwich in. You see all sorts of pet art. It wasn't perfect, but it was totally home. And my mother and I would just enjoy many days of me watching her sit on the couch. And so anyway, it wasn't like home ownership was completely foreign to me. My grandparents owned a couple houses, and all the cousins would get together and take pictures like you see here that nobody took care of, which is why they're all cracked. I'm the little one right here telling everybody what they're doing wrong. I'm also down here, the girl with no hair and the awesome suit. So this is the picture that we took. I'm gonna flash forward a little bit. Okay, so I meet this boy in Dayton. Our first date is at Celebrity. We are Ike and Tina Turner. 10 years later, we decide to get married, so we take these pictures outside of our apartment. We dress our cat in bunny ears, because people like cats in bunny ears. So anyway, after we get married, I realize I have all this stuff and I need somewhere to put it. So I say either a bigger apartment or a house. I tell this realtor, hey, we need a place, but only for $7,000, and can you make it in a historic district? He laughs and shows us a bunch of houses, including one that was using the porn. As appealing as that was, we fell in love with a house in the Oregon District. Just before we moved, our cat Satchmo died, which was really hard on his little sister, Ava, and she took it really hard. She lost a bunch of weight, but finally she started to sort of fit into the house, and it started to feel like home. And it was like Jean-Luc Picard was looking over us. So I was like, this is a place I can stay. There was a couple things that people didn't tell us about home ownership. Like there could be some evil ass raccoons and squirrels living in your attic, and that you cannot trust mice because they might eat all your stuff in your garage. And also, other things that are natural are going to get you. That's what they don't tell you. For instance, your neighbor's tree can crash into your yard. And that doesn't happen when you rent an apartment. You know, they'll take care of us plenty. They will give us coffee, and they will take our laundry in and get it clean for us. And you know, every morning you go down there and say, hey, my water won't work. When you own a home, you have to fix that shit yourself, which nobody tells you. But one thing I learned right away, though, is all these things I have now have a purpose. Like my friend Bethany gave us these animals, and I didn't know what they were at first. When I got a house, I realized that they were meerkats that are solar powered. Somehow she had never been to Dayton, but she knew that we would have a flagpole, and underneath that flagpole would be some roses, and you need meerkats if you're gonna have a rose garden. So anyway, on in the house came with a couple firsts. It was the first time we had our very own recycling bin, which I was very excited about. We could also paint our house any color we wanted to. I chose the delightful color you see here. We could also hang our very own puppy pictures. When I was a kid, my mother had the same exact picture in our house, and I found it. So this creepy little cat named Tigger started showing up at our house more often. He was from next door, and soon we realized that he was about to be homeless because his lady was going to be taken into an old folks home. So we asked Ava, can Tigger move in? And she was like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm nice. And they got along even though there was a considerable weight difference. So Tigger flopped everywhere. So I learned also that I hate leaves like nobody's business. They are creepy, and in fall they never go away. Come spring though, some weird shit started popping up in the yard, and I didn't know what it was. And I was like, hey friends on the interwebs, what's this? Is this a weed or not? Being a city girl, I never knew, so I asked, hey, should I kill this strawberry wild strawberry thing? And people were like, kill it. And other people were like, don't kill it because it's nice. And I was like, how about these bugs? Should I kill them or not? They were like, pesticides are bad. Other people were like, pesticides are good. So I had to use my own brain. And well, luckily though, the whole year, the thing I was worried about the most is that this woman who was 91 years old had this luxurious rose garden with all these ridiculous flowers, half of which I still don't know what they are called. And I was thinking, I'm gonna kill everything in here. But luckily I didn't, and I really started to get into gardening because people don't realize, but I have a green thumb from my mother. So on Mother's Day, she came down and we planted a raised garden bed that was sort of inspired by Pinterest and also Garden Station. And she was like a maniac with a weed killing. And I was like, hey, you need some gloves. She was like, I don't need no damn gloves. Give me the garbage bag. We're gonna throw all these weeds away. Finally, after many, many months and years, it seemed, we started to get a great harvest. Me and Anthony had this very, very good strawberry here. Unfortunately, that was the only strawberry we had all year because for some reason, strawberries don't like, raised garden beds apparently. And also I realized, why am I planting beans? I don't even like beans, so why I gotta go next year. It was a lot of highs this year, but we had one major low. Our baby girl Ava died after being bitten by a spider. It was a horrible thing. But she died in her favorite space, which is Anthony's chest. And I don't even know why I said that. I don't know why I said it. That is really kind of a downer. So this is why I come back to this picture of our friend Matt here with the balloons. Yay, fun! One thing we did this year, we were on the Oregon District tour twice. And the thing about the Oregon District, other than historic neighborhoods, is that there's so much community. But if you ever go on a tour, please don't ask the people to take stuff from your yard. Like that ground cover is not up for grabs. One thing I learned too is that homeownership is basically a huge craft project. There's like crafts you have to do, like you have to get track lighting. Crafts you want to do, like you want to repair a table. And crafts you want your friends to do, like come and then install this water barrel for me, Craig. I appreciate it. Free water. In the end though, like this year has been exciting. I never thought I would have a house. I didn't grow up in one. But it's been all about friendship and love and sap and romance and dead cats and living cats and strawberries and beans I don't need and okra, one okra at a time. I don't know. Thank you.